another dub. Let's go. How everybody feeling, man? It's the Boss Cowboy Sports with Coach Marv. We got him in the building.
Wait.
Man, let's go, man. Come on, man. Y'all
Yes,
know.
sir.
Let's go. All right, so
40 burger.
So, man, it's a lot to discuss. So we go just kind of go around and get the general feelings of the dub. Let's start with you first, Amp. Let's go.
Man, look, your Dallas Cowboys came to play today. Coming into this game, man, I thought that, offense might be a little stagnant.
You got us on in the back, OC.
A little stale.
Go ahead.
They might be a little slow getting started. I kind of anticipated maybe a dry first quarter, for them to get in rhythm. But out the gate, man, even though it was a little unbalanced at times, Mr. Michael Big Mike Moore was in his bag on this game. And shout out to the Dak haters, man, because your boy bodied the Rams. A Rams defense, a Rams secondary that is not top 10, but damn it, they were 11th. So that means they were top third of the league. And your boy, Rain Dakota Prescott and company, bodied the Rams today.
Let's go, man. So we go talk to everybody. We got the OC in the building. We got Coach Marl. We gonna go around a circle after we officially kick off the show. Let's go.
Hey, 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 go crazy. Hey, 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 yeah, go crazy. Got picked twice a day, my type of 2 a day. Woke up with no plans, what I'ma do today. These are not the same, I got new shoes today. My baby missed me, wishing it was two of me. And I'm like, if I'm not doing what's the real deal. I've been up and down Pharaoh. Friend, bro, you did a real kill. Off the liquor and some pill bills. I've been at this since a church. Work. Tell her baby, make it twerk. Twerk. Ay,
We spam lamb.
Go crazy.
5-2. 5-2.
Go crazy. Bro, pass me the rock.
Spam,
I've been
lamb.
moving out the box.
Spam,
Top
lamb.
speed going top.
Spam,
101 going pop. Getting hot.
Spam,
In the paint, no
lamb.
flop.
Spam,
At the rim, like
lamb.
who? Get the crown like
Let's
Braun.
go.
Yeah, make it some and I'm spending some. What's the plan? Bet I get it done. It's me, yeah, neighborhood. It's me, yeah, Kimmy son. Wifey icy, yeah, freezer. New friends, I don't need them. Checks coming by the spins. Kids eating off the reruns. If I'm not doing what's the real deal. I've been up and down Pharaoh. Friend, bro, you did a real kill. Off the liquor and some pill bills. I've been at it since a church. Work. Tell her baby, make it twerk. Twerk. Go crazy. Go crazy.
LA Rams, hold that L, baby.
Hold it, man. It's easy. That's our stadium anyway. All right, man. All right, so we got now, OC, I muted you because you had an echo. It's still there. Come in the way you came in last time. All right, so the OC on his way back. So Coach Marv, while he on his way back, we want to get your intro thoughts. What's up, DMV?
Hey, man. Hey, always good to get a victory, man. We did a great job of coming out of the bye. We look a little fresh. We did what we supposed to do in the second half. We shortened the game. We attacked them in the passing game. We did a good job of that. I hope Chuma Adoda's come back. He's not gone for a long period of time. This is good when you take him off on a cart. But hey, man, I was an opponent this week, and I got some flack back when I said on the show that, hey man, I don't have no problem going with these young guys. I know they're gonna have some hiccups, but hey, they're fresh legs, and I can live with their hiccups if this offense is moving and they're doing their job. So kudos to the Cowboys for doing a good job of workmanlike performance to get this, and it's gonna take for us to do it on special teams, offensive and defense. And if our special teams can continue to play like they're playing and make plays for us, that's only gonna make us a better football team and more explosive all over the areas. So again, good job by us doing what we need to do, and now it's on to Philly.
So let's go ahead and tackle the elephant in the room. Let's go ahead and start with the controversy right now. Why not? And I'm gonna just start it. I'm like sick of this Tyron Smith thing. I think it's hurting us more than it's helping us at this point.
Facts.
So I'm gonna just kind of start off like this. So obviously, when we first saw the report come out right before the game that Tyron Smith was not going to play, nobody was surprised, right?
Nope.
None of us ever wishes that on anybody, but none of us was surprised. I'm gonna go ahead and say it, and I'm gonna say it bold at this point. It's safe to say that Tyron Smith and the Dallas Cowboys politics is a hindrance to us. It's a hindrance. It's too much our guys. It's too much bastards. It's too much where we like him. It's too much of that. I'm just being all the way honest, because Coach Marv raised a hell of a point that it's really starting to get to the point to where Chuma and the offensive line look better with Chuma at left tackle, especially left guard, than even T. Smith. So it's, and the OC been saying this for the longest, and it's time to go ahead and fully get on that campaign. Move Tyler Smith to left tackle and move Awesome Richards into left guard, and that's
I love it.
The new offensive line.
I love it.
Plan is what it is. It is time. Oh, hold on, man. I got you on mute.
My subjects now. Am I okay?
You good?
Okay, great. So here's the how many sacks did we give up in the first drive?
We gave up in the first 3.
We gave up 3 sacks. It's an echo. It's still an echo.
Yeah, and it's coming from USC. And I know
it is. Okay, I'll come out and come back. I'm trying to work that out, guys. I'll be back in a flash.
Okay. But go ahead, Amp.
Man, look. One of the things about the whole Tyron Smith situation, it's not that we hating on Tyron Smith.
No.
It's not that we're banging on him having unforeseen accidents as far as getting hurt. But let's just be real. The most important factor of the Tyron Smith piece is it's hindering Tyler Smith.
Right.
Because we've been back and forth with him. You know, is he a left guard? Is he a left tackle? And honestly and truthfully, we'll never really know until he can stay in one position. Now, granted, this year he has been at left guard more than he has been in his tenure, just because Chuma has stepped up. But let's be real. If you want the best 5 on the field, that also includes having the best 5 in the best 5. I'm going to say that again. Having the best 5 means having them in the best 5. And when I say in the best 5, I mean in the best position available. Because Chuma is better, it's proven, at left guard and left tackle.
Yes.
And Tyler, I feel, if he's allowed to get practice reps and increase his game reps like we saw last season, Tyler Smith got better as the season went along. Do you not think that would happen this year? If we put him at left tackle and he got better and better and better, and then you have your left guard who is better there than when he is at tackle, I think you see better continuity and better production out of your offensive line. And not only do you have better production out of your offensive line, but that's going to affect you in your pass game and your run game. Because being honest, Tyler Smith, he's that dude. He is strong as hell, but he's also very athletic. That's going to create balance amongst your offensive line. You already know the right side going to hold you down. Even though Zach is a little past his prime, the tandem on that right side with Steele and Martin, and then you put Chuma inside and move Tyler outside. Oh my God, the balance. That gonna be back there chewing popcorn and sipping down soda. But again, the same reasons, like I said, pre-game, how your linebacker, the Wolf Hunter, is slowing down the production in the linebacker room. I believe by holding on to Tyron Smith too long, you're slowing down the production in that O-line room. I would rather save him and hold him and let him play when he's truly healthy, or in the event of emergency, like say today Tyron didn't play, right? And Chuma got hurt, but Tyron Smith was healthy. I would like to see him come in being a backup to Chuma or Tyler or whoever.
The swing.
What's your thoughts on that?
Man, I got some thoughts on it. I know I'm getting a lot of perspective.
Before you go, Coach, let me try to get OC sound. It's still an echo, OC. I keep hearing it every time I unmute you.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Let me try another location, bro.
Your computer. You gotta
I don't know. Let me try to work it out.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it is, man. It's what it's always been, but I'll check it out. Go ahead, Coach Marv. I'll try to get back in. Give me a second.
I'm gonna get some pushback here with this, because I know everybody got this. I know everybody's so fascinated with the left tackle, and I know that they have. We with the left tackle on that high. Man, you gotta have a great left tackle. Man, football, you gotta be strong with the middle. And I can get away with a guy that's at left tackle that may not be as great. If I got a guy in the middle, that left guard that's aggressive, where the only thing he got to do is make the guy run around the corner and try to push him out, and maybe get him to run around the quarterback because he can step up. So again, I know we talk about left winger, but guards in this league, that's why the defense. That's why you see a lot of the guys who getting paid are getting paid with defensive tackles that dominate. So you need your dominant guys inside. Now I understand we play very good at guard, but let's don't get enamored with this saying, "Oh man, it got to be a tackle," because those guards are very important, not only in the run game, more important in the run game of getting moving and getting to linebackers, as well as they are in the passing game. Because if the quarterback can step up, that just makes it a better angle, and you can get a guy that's aggressive and he can run the guy around the bend. Now, when the quarterback steps back a second, your tackle got to be even better, because the angle to the quarterback is gone, and now he's got to work. But Dak is having a good time of being able to step up, because we got to get the guards are playing well, and anytime Tyler Biadasz plays good like he played today, that helps us even more, and that puts less pressure on the tackle. So, yes, I understand what we're talking about with Tyler Smith of being a tackle. I understand that. And push come to shove, I said, if we don't think it's going to be a Chuma, if Adoga is hurt, and we don't think they're going to give Richards that play, which I think Richards will be all right at left tackle. Yes, bring Bass in there and play a guard, because he's got to be a stronger guard, and put Tyler Smith out there at tackle because you know you're not going retirement no more. But guards are important in this league. Give me two monster guard. Give me a monster guard and a monster center and a monster other guard. I can get away with C+ defense out offensive tackle. Because now I ain't got to do them tell us, hey man, camp inside and make the guy run around the corner. I can chip somebody out there. There ain't no chip with that one-on-one guard block when the center going the other way or you blitzing somebody and he ran the quarterback face. Ain't no chip for that.
So, Coach,
so
now we talking
that's
about,
what I'm saying.
at this point, and I heard what you're saying.
Philosophy.
I'm going to push back, not even just philosophy. Now we talking about a rookie at left tackle now. The blind spot of that. So like, yes, I hear you on, you can get like a C+. Like, I'm not feeling comfortable at all, especially with some of the games that's coming up. With this game, yeah, we got through it. But then when we start going up into Washington, going against Chase, and we start going up against Philly, going against Sweat, yeah, I think I want the people that's going to be the best five at their position, and in my opinion,
well, you're going to be either way.
Coach, because I listened to you. I didn't interrupt you at all.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So, in my opinion, right now, especially because I'm trying to establish some continuity, I would rather put the guys that show that they play decent at guard at the guard spot. Because wouldn't you agree that Richard showed some promise at left guard more than he did at left tackle in preseason? So that's why we want him to start there. Like, even before we get into the minutia of, left tackle versus left guard with Tyler Smith, I'm more so, before we get kind of too caught up in this debate, I'm more so trying to just move off from T. Smith and stop us from hoping that that's the most important thing is, however 2 + 2 end up equaling 4, I don't give one damn. It's just, man, like at this point, one thing that's not adding up to 2 + 2 is 4 is us keeping and trying to force Tyron Smith out there.
Facts.
Yeah, but I understand we talking about these next couple games, but I got a quarterback that I don't want to see him get hit right in the front of his face where he getting shot and step up, and I don't want to see Jalen Carter, which I feel Jalen Carter more than I feel Sweat. I feel
that's fair.
The defensive tackle for I feel the defensive tackle for Washington more than I feel the
Chase.
guy on the outside.
Yeah, that's fair too.
Because in
that's
the
fair
middle,
too. Both of those are fair.
it is wrecked shop in the running game and in the passing game.
That's true.
Them other guys, we can chip them. I put somebody chip them every once in a while. But hey, those guys, I ain't got no help for them. Right in his face.
Yeah. So anyway, but that's my thing is, it's time for us, in my opinion, to just say, and this is the main thing I'm gonna say. With two things, and we go transition to a different thing now, as we wait on the OC. OC, you back? Let me see if the OC. Okay, I don't think he's back. All right, but see, the politics is what we got to be careful of, y'all. Hear me out. Listen, y'all. And a lot of Cowboy Nation, they don't like to hear this after we win. But see, I want y'all to know something. It was because we was, like, if y'all listen, all last week, what was happening? We was complaining about the lack of targets to who? CD Lamb, because it was too many targets with Gallup, right? And we were saying, come on, y'all need to spam CD Lamb. But we was doing that from a win.
Facts.
We won, and we still wasn't like that. Was like that win wasn't good enough. It was like we won, but it was some dumbness in that. So when we went against the politics and went with the common sense of targeting your number one, what happened today? What happened?
No contest.
So, like, obviously, we getting into the minutia of left guard versus left tackle, but right
Boy,
now,
said
that's not
minutia.
even first. That's not even first. The first is this. We need to find out how to get this dude off the field at this point. It's not saying we don't appreciate you. It's just, come on now. It's just, listen, I don't care if, I put it like this. If Tyler Smith ended up being left guard and Awesome Richards ended up being left tackle, or they flip that, I don't care at this point.
So be it.
So be it. I don't care how you pull that Band-Aid off, pull it off. And it's likely, and it looks like it's politics why they keep trying to put it back on. Just like we were seeing the politics of not giving CeeDee Lamb the ball. Let me start with you on that one, Coach, and we can go back in the circle.
You're right, man. And listen, man, I've said this before, and I said this at the beginning of the thing, man. CeeDee Lamb, I've been saying this for 2 years, Boss. You can testify to this. But everybody was questioning about CeeDee Lamb being number one receiver. I said, man, he's a number one receiver, and that's no doubt about that. And we found out today, if you allow him to eat, it's going to open up everybody else to get what they need to get. And after we got those couple of passes to him, we got even more open because we did one thing that I've been asking for a while.
Big dogs eat first.
When we went down the middle with Jake Ferguson, he caught a touchdown pass. That opened everything else up because every time you ran Jake Ferguson down the middle of the field, you
parted like the Red Sea, Coach.
You had to get some attention. So again, Dak did it from every quarter, man, and he hit CeeDee Lamb in every area on the field. He gave him the ball where he can get some yak yards. And you're right when we come back. What I'm just saying about this, if we have a veteran guy and he's having injuries that's hindering him to be effective, I'd rather go with a younger guy that's totally healthy that got some talent.
No.
That's just bottom line.
Stand on it. I love it too, Coach.
I'd rather go with a young guy that's totally healthy that I know that can get in the grind, and hey, I can coach him up. And we're not talking about guys that hadn't shown us that they can play.
And so another thing too. Okay, I got the OC back up. Now, another thing too, just real quick. I was really more so kind of trying to focus everybody to where we got to stay active. Because what happened when we had them first blowouts, everybody drinking Kool-Aid. We all high off the wins in the blowouts. And then Arizona snuck up on us, and it was... So, like, I'm a little bit different on this dub. It's a blowout. It still feel good, but I'm not going to celebrate like I've done in the past. It's like you got to learn from that type of stuff. You got to be like, you know what?
Facts.
No, you got to stay hungry game by game, and you got to stay aggressive on all the things that can improve, or you go get snuck up on just like Arizona did and just like San Fran. The main thing I'm telling everybody is don't just be like we won, y'all shut up. Because it was us complaining while we seeing the spamming of CeeDee Lamb. And he was also right to complain. Wasn't he not? Like when you look at his production today, so was he wrong to say y'all stupid for not targeting me, Amp?
Nah, hell nah, he wasn't stupid for saying that. And I'm gonna take it a step further. Your offense accounted for 307 passing yards today. Your dog, your G, your leader, CeeDee Lamb, accounted for half of that. I'm gonna tell you how distorted the targets were this week. You know how last week, well, not last week, but you know how last game Michael Gallup had 10 targets?
Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb had 14 targets this week.
See, I could always tell when OC come in because the echo come back. Go ahead.
CeeDee had 14 targets this week.
Okay, it's good.
$1 million question. Do you know who came in second in targets?
Cook or Ferguson?
Yeah. It was Cooks. But the $1 billion question is, how many targets did Cook have?
I would say 6.
Nobody came within 10 targets of CeeDee Lamb this week.
They treated
Cooks
the
had
star
4
like
targets to CeeDee's 14. That's how you target a dog, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that's how you target your number one.
Jay Ferguson had 4 too, I think, or 4. I know Jay Ferguson caught about 4 catches.
But nobody kept in 10 of CeeDee Lamb.
And everybody
Lamb
else got a
told you
good
this
game.
week he's the man.
And listen, everybody else had a good game, didn't they?
They sure did.
Targets, but when they got a chance
They
to make
sure
plays,
did.
Ferguson got a touchdown. Cooks got a touchdown. That's how it is.
Everybody.
Guess what? Michael Gallup was more efficient this week than last week.
Yeah.
Gallup only had 3. Damn it, he caught 66% of them.
There you go. And he should be
Brandon Cooks got 4 targets this week. Just like last week. He caught 100% of them.
So what if Jerry come out and say, I want everybody to get the ball. I want the ball to be what then?
I'm gonna tell
I'm
Jerry.
gonna tell you. Can
The
I
same
tell
way I
everybody?
told you.
Everybody
Tell 'em,
need to go
boss.
crazy. Everybody need to go to crazy. Don't
put your
let
hand
Jerry.
on amp.
Yeah, damn that. Right. Yeah. Damn that. Like, listen, y'all, and I'm serious about this, man. We got to keep our eye on the politics of Dallas. It's not the talent. Like, how many teams got as many blowouts when we finally do the common sense thing? No team just own other grown men like the Cowboys. When we doing the smart things. But when we start doing stuff like, yeah, Tyron Smith, we gonna keep putting you out there at left tackle. And we go just do it again, even though we pretty much know what's gonna happen. And see, I'm gonna tell you something else we gotta look for. What was Evans? You had literally no packages to get him going.
And you elevated him for
elevated
what?
him, and you see, I'm telling y'all,
You wasted the elevation on a practice player.
Yeah, it's like, listen.
You elevated him to not play. You only get what, 3 balls?
Did he do a thing today? So listen, I'm not interested in y'all running out the clock until your favorite boy come back, LV. I'm not interested in that. We all need to get a good look at Evans, and the only way you go get a look is if
Boss,
you
hit
gotta
a button
play
for your
him,
damn
bro.
self.
Can I hit a button for me?
Hit a button for your damn
Let me
self.
clap it up for me then. Let me clap it up for me. The only way we gonna know what Evans is if you have to play him. And see, everybody go, boss, y'all be. I can't even tell we won today, boss. From this.
No, because guess what? Guess what, boss? Like I said, post-game show, it's Philly week, damn it. You don't want to go into the Philly game
not knowing
with too many question marks.
Yeah, man. It's goofy.
So if even with the lead that you had tonight, this afternoon, post brunch, whatever you want to call it, you had the opportunity to insert in Rashaan Evans with little to no risk. He is a veteran in the NFL, and though he may not know the entire playbook, one thing we do know from the film is he knows how to play linebacker. I would have liked him and to some snaps of your other linebacking core, I would have liked him to get in the game, get his feet wet, get a feel for how the other linebackers play,
sure
because you can't reduplicate this in practice.
Let's just make sure. What did he get?
Dog, I called it out 32. I ain't see a whole lot, bro.
Yeah, He got in the game in the fourth quarter. I seen he made a tackle, He made a tackle. I don't know if he got 2 tackles, but he did make a tackle. He did get in the game in the fourth quarter. I did see
Okay,
him.
cool, good. All right, so I stand.
He got 1 total tackle.
Because I didn't remember
he got in
at all. But okay.
But again, was it worth the elevation though? Is the question.
Well, my thing is this: you gotta intentionally give him reps.
Facts.
And this is what I mean by that. You got it on purpose, because to me, this is what the Cowboys doing, which is goofy. They continue to hope in the return of LVE and a hope of Tyron Smith.
Still playing politics.
I'm gonna say it just straight up.
They don't want good
Some
film.
animal, hold on, Amp. Some animals you gotta put down. I'm gonna say that again. Some animals you gotta put down. Career-wise, you gotta go ahead and put them down. You gotta put them down. Like I'm gonna just say it straight up, bro. LVE had a neck surgery. He had neck concerns coming into the league. It was teams that took him off their draft board as a first-round candidate because of his neck. Then he got hurt last year, and I predicted it was gonna happen. I predicted he was gonna get hurt this year. I wasn't wishing for it, but every time he plays middle linebacker, he gets hurt. Then he hurts his neck again. So let me ask you a question. Who really believes he's gonna come back with courage? Who really believes that? Who believes a guy who we was already saying, Coach Marv, get in there, man. Well, come on, man. Show some toughness. Show some toughness. And then
you were right there. You had him dead to rights, dog. Come on, hit him.
Yeah, you pushing them to come on, LVE, go, man. And now, and then you gotta imagine what he feel when you have a neck injury. You feel it through your whole body. So, and sometimes you are questioning, will I even play long term? So if you got somebody who already thinking about, damn, bro, could I break my neck with this game? Oh, you go trust to put that out there again put him down. Go ahead and put him down, man. I'm dead serious. Quit playing. Shoot him. Put him down. Same thing. And listen, and when I say put him down, I'm saying basically put him on the bench. You the backup now. Same thing with Tyron Smith. Put him down. Quit hoping against hope, Dallas. Well, we just believe our medical team gonna be able to get these guys to be. Man, stop. Like,
Boss.
No, go ahead and move forward.
Boss.
Your team is gonna be better when you decide to go with the guys that's likely gonna help you move forward. What's up, Amp?
Boss, can I ask you a question to your point?
Yeah.
I think I asked this after the Chargers game too. Was the D-line out of position today? Did they miss anybody tapping them on the backside?
No.
To get in the right gap?
No.
Did the defense look confused at any point in time today?
No.
Like we didn't know what play we were running or what the assignment was?
Right.
So you telling me that J-Ron Curse did a pretty okay job as far as communicating to everybody what Dan Quinn wanted on that particular down and distance?
Look like it to me.
So
what's
the
up
hold
with
up,
this
dog?
hype with LV exactly? LV, he's smart. He's lining people up.
Man, let me give you a coach's point of view.
Is it still an echo, guys?
It's an echo.
Sorry, man.
Yeah,
Y'all got it.
Okay.
Hey, listen, let me give you a coach's point of view on this right here. This is trip fraud when we talk about this lineup. All these guys that play in the NFL probably line guys up all their whole life in high school, probably in college, because they done made the NFL. You had guys that line guys up. And then you got some responsibility of guys who play on the play that need to line themselves up correctly also. So that's the most biggest overrated thing in the world. Oh man, we need a guy to line these up. Man, come on, man. Listen here. It ain't gonna take that much time for a guy to say, hey man, he can call the thing and hey, we can get in the line, we can get lined up. Listen, if you playing a guy because you got 11 up, 10 other guys out there that don't know how to line up, and you need him out there to line people up, and that's the only reason you playing him, then you got a sad football team.
Yeah. That line.
Now, I go with this right here, man.
That's some BS.
Boss, we you know, they playing this politics, man. But let's be realistic, and I'm gonna be frank with you. I challenge anybody out there. We can look at any other linebacker for any other team, and we can go film by film, play by play, LVE and other linebackers in this league, and tell me when you watch, if they watch that, they will say, "Wait a minute, our linebacker don't play nowhere close to those guys."
Right.
And
Sure,
what is
you're
the
right.
big issue? What is the big issue about LVE?
Tough.
And the same thing with Tyron Smith. I think we get so wrapped up in who the Cowboys want to promote as names. But at this time, these guys are promoting his name, their level is not backing them up. And I also say this. Y'all have heard me say this one time before, boss. I know you've heard this. You don't ride a horse till he fall out dead in the middle of the desert. If the Long Ranger with a road trigger, if Trigger would have started showing some hiccups about, failing a little bit, before he got out in the middle of the desert, he would have turned Trigger in and got him a new horse and said, "I'll teach him the rest of it because I can't afford you to break down in the middle of the desert." And when I equate that in football, we gonna ride with Tyron Smith and ride with LVE. And soon as we get in the big game, they gonna have a hiccup like Tyron had. We talk about earlier. They gonna have a hiccup, or they start getting hurt, and then the other guy hadn't got his Band-Aid ripped off, and then we're gonna have to go in a big crucial game because LVE Tyron done got hurt. The neck hurt, the leg hurt, the elbow hurt, the ankle hurt, the buttocks hurt, they got poked in the eye. It's always something.
No offense, they vagina hurt.
Go with them, and when they may become, this is how guys become good. They don't become good sitting on the sideline. And if you go through the growing pains with them, they may be great. I tell you what, last thing, ball. Kansas City last year won a Super Bowl. People were talking bad about them when they were going some rookie defensive backs. They kept with these guys. And they kept with these guys. And they coached them up. And when it got time to the Super Bowl, these guys were playing some ball. And they won a Super Bowl with two rookies in the secondary that wasn't first round draft pick.
Oh, yeah. And then Johnny say, "Boss, your Prince costume was fire." Like, you still on that, Johnny? Johnny, my name is
Purple
Boss
Rain.
Wonka.
Purple
It's
Rain.
Boss Wonka. All right, y'all get it right. It's Boss Wonka. No, but well said, Coach. I am gonna move to some things that's very, very good.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
So
we
gonna go to some good things, but I definitely want to talk about some things to keep your eyes open for. I'm glad to know that Rashawn Evans did get some snaps. Happy to hear that. I want to see more. I want y'all to actually show me that y'all have a plan to work him in, because to me, to hope into LVE again after another neck is just foolish. I'm just being all the way honest. He is not going to come back with more courage after needing courage in the first place. You are delusional if you think so. So, one of the things we're going to talk about in the post game is who was in a bag. I got two bad candidates so far. Well, I got more. Let's talk about some positives. Bad candidates. Mike McCarthy is one for me so far. Bland. Then you gotta say Dak. And then to me, CD Lamb. And I'm not even done. I gotta add another one. Courtesy of Coach Maul, Sam Williams. I gotta see. Ooh, that's Sam Williams. Yeah, man, that's easy. Because Coach Maul raised a hell of a point about Sam Williams and the noise that was happening. and what they did about it. Talk about that, Coach.
Yeah, he made some noises. He went in this snap, and he feel like he's a great athlete, and he feel like he can help this team. But you know something? The Cowboys said, if you can help this team, we're gonna let you play. We're gonna put you in a position where your athleticism and your size and speed are going to see if you can make some plays. And he took advantage of that.
Yes, he
blocked
did.
up front.
Yes.
He was a gunner, or he made a tackle on being a gunner on the punt team. Then he got a couple of questions in there in the other. But what that does is build confidence when a guy making plays. Down the snaps you give him, he's gonna make plays. But the room is too deep for him to get a bowl of plays. So he's learned a lesson today is whenever I can get an opportunity. If my coach put me in a situation for me to make a play because I'm a great athlete, he put him in that situation and he made the best of it. Now he's learning that, hey, I don't have to be a defensive end to make every down to make this team better. He got us 2 points. Two of those points are for Curtis of Sam Williams. And then he was blocking. I saw him blocking on the kick. They put him on the kickoff return team. He was blocking. Sam Williams gets a star for me because he didn't go and start pouting. He went out there and showed his athletic ability. He'll become a better defensive end. But that's the best thing he did today is make plays wherever he was at on the field. And that's great, man. I ain't seen a gun.
So
I ain't never seen a guy that's defensive end and run down on the punt at what,
I ain't
6
never
foot
seen it
3,
either.
6 foot 2.
I ain't never seen it. I ain't never seen no defensive end as the gunner. Never.
The only person I seen do that when he wasn't a defensive end, he was a linebacker, and that was Hollywood Henderson for the Cowboys when he was on kickoff, and he run down as a gunner too on the punt team. But he was a linebacker.
I saw a running back do it in college.
Defensive line.
I saw a running back do it in college. You know, so you know what I mean? So I've seen athletic gunners that was kind of like, wow, that was different. But a defensive end, man, please. And he went and made an open field tackle.
Facts.
So I love the point because, see, with Coach, and I'm going to go back to you, Amp. The beautiful thing is I like the response from the Cowboys. Because Sam Williams have been leaking out, man, shoot, release me, man. You know what I mean? I'm ready to play. Give me my opportunity. Some people be like, man, just shut up and play ball. Nah, I like players that be like, give me an opportunity. And upset about not having a. Some people, I like them players that's passionate. I like players like CeeDee Lamb that's angry because he wasn't getting the ball. I don't like them players that just sit back quiet like, all right, it's cool. Now, I want some attitude when you feel like you can contribute. But the Cowboys said, okay, all right, well, let's put you here. And how do the Cowboys not now say in return, well, you made plays there. We need to make more room for you for defensive end. Because maybe you just a raw football player. So when I look at the people that was in their bag, when you starting to make a name for yourself from special teams, just because they throwing you out there, big shout out to Sam Williams. So another person say, man, y'all better, all you people that got these hate campaigns against Dak, man, y'all might as well quit. Cause see, I'm seeing something from Dak that I've been waiting on for a long time. Dak is finally using his legs and his arms in perfect balance. That is a very, very big deal. And I'm saying perfect balance. Dak converted with his legs 2 third downs. Dak is also sliding. He not taking dumb hits like he usually would do, where he don't know when. I'm seeing for the first time in 8 years, Dak in full control and using it all. And I mean when I say this, to me, in the whole watch party, the person who had the quote of the whole watch party was Coach Maul, when he was just going off on his rant about how we suck up to Jalen Hurts for throwing A.J. Brown a D-ball. And he was Coach Marv just got in his bag and he just pulled out some nuggets. And he was like, go look at what Dak was doing versus what A.J. Brown is doing. When you go look at the A.J., he right too. A.J. Brown is nothing but vertical contested balls, and it's mostly because of the talent of A.J. Brown that they coming down with it. But Coach Marv was like, and this was just facts. Ooh, it was so factual. But when you looked at Dak today, Dak was doing it every way. With his legs, in the pocket, out the pocket, in breaking, out breaking, screens, deep balls. Coach Marv called it, and it was perfect. Jordan-ish. See, some people go say, "Oh, what you mean putting Jordan in the same?" No. When it's the way Jordan would do you. He would beat you all over the court. If he needed to fade it away to beat you, he could do that. If he needed to dunk on you, he could do that. If he needed to go to the hole, he could do that. What you saw was Dak whooping their ass in multiple ways, and people like my boy Dak Delusional still gonna be upset. It is what it is. But I have to give special credit to the change that I saw today. And in the last 2 weeks of Dak. Let me go with you on that, Coach. Because you killed that point. You killed it.
He gave you short pass. He threw it down the seam to the tight end. He hit a long pass to Cooks. He hit CeeDee Lamb crossing the field. Top route. Moved out the pocket. Hit him. Got some yards with his legs. Hit running back. Threw in tight windows. He did everything you want a quarterback to do. And guess what? He did all that in the first half. And then continued to do it in the second half and said, okay, you didn't see this throw. Let me give you this one. Let me give you the deep throw to the Cook snap. I'm going to give you what you hadn't seen. You've seen a whole lot. I'm going to give you a little bit more so you can say, we've seen it all today. And be realistic, man. When the offense is in rhythm and Dak is in rhythm, the offense goes well.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Again,
that's true.
What we do is, as fans, that's critical. It's the exact same thing and I hate to bring this up, we used to do the same thing with Tony Romo. Soon as he throw an interception, oh man, that is. Soon as that we have a bad game totally, as a team we lose, Dak done lost the game. And we judge a guy based off a couple of snapshots, but we look at the totality of it. If he put up his stats up there, not this game, his career, and you took Dak Prescott's name off of it, every last one of you would want that guy to be your quarterback.
Absolutely.
It'd be no doubt y'all want that to be your quarterback. But it's always we got something. But like I said, man, and when I use Jordan Ness today, you right, ball, because Jordan used to give you, it wasn't he had signature move, he gave you to everywhere. And I use that way because he's a Jordan Brand guy. I don't know no other guys in the quarterback Jordan Brand. He's a Jordan Brand. And there's a reason why the GOAT want him to wear his shoes. It's because he understands what Dak Prescott is. Everybody understands what Dak Prescott is. That means something, like the McCarthy, like the organization, like all those. But you don't never hear. You know something, boss? How many GM and how many coaches have come out and talked about Dak performances and about the lack of what Dak don't have? None. It's always some guy that's sitting up there commentating, but no GM and all these people, they always know that Dak Prescott is a threat. They just allow y'all to talk, these other media people to talk, but I have heard no GM, none of them say that Dak Prescott is not a top quarterback.
And see, Dak Delusional, you just ain't gonna stop, bro. He said, hey, Amp, I got to call y'all to your false narrative. Rams defense coming into the game was 15 in passing yards at 1473.
If you're a Cowboy fan, because if you're a Cowboy fan, how you going to go against your own quarterback? I don't even believe you're a Cowboy fan.
No, he a Cowboy
He's faking
fan.
like a Cowboy fan.
No, we got them types, Coach. We do.
That's what that is. He ain't no Cowboy fan.
Because I don't even get the point of it. Like I'm trying to understand the end result. Like, what do you want? Like, what's your aim? Like, is your aim
he
for
has
us
to-
to give
if
up
Dak
like
does
you?
bad,
Hold on real quick, coach. Or is
Right.
your aim for us to give up like you? Is that what you want? You want us to join you in having no hope? Is that your aim? Because if that's not your aim, I don't know what you're doing, bro. Like, I don't even know what, like, or anybody that's like this. Like, anybody that's like, their whole thing of life is, I'm here to tell you that your quarterback can't do it. Okay, then just, why don't you come back when Dak career is over then? You know what I mean? Like, because then you're going to only be negative the entire time because you don't believe. But it's not even that. It's that, it's like, Amp didn't say that the Rams was ranked 11th in yards. He said their secondary was ranked 11th. So that's where you add up everything, not just yards. Okay? So I know you found the stat, you know, but even your stat of 15th in yards, it still goes away against the goofy narrative that you were saying that they was bad. Because even if you 15th, that's not the bottom of the league, is it? Is that the bottom of the league? No. So the
Top
fact that
half.
that's the top half of the league still. So you trying to find stuff to say that this defense was weak. It comebacks and tell you still to your face that the defense wasn't weak. But because people like you that hate facts, when your own facts contradict your own goofy argument, you still talk about that argument. So that shows me with most Dak fans, you shouldn't even debate them because facts be damned. Like, y'all don't care about facts. Even when your own facts refuting your former point, it is goofy.
So, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get in here real quick and get my final thoughts. Your Cowboys did a pretty good job all the way around. I won't go as far as to saying firing on all cylinders all the way around, but for damn sure, we got a lot of great building points in every facet of the game going into Philly week. Your defense was awesome. Your offense seems like it might finally be getting ready to hit that stride, barring a little bit more balance from Mike McCarthy. We're doing the common sense things as far as targeting our dogs. Special teams, even as young as the special teams room is, with a lot of moving pieces. Shout out to Bones Fossil for taking what he has been given and putting together a great product on the field. So again, whatever it was that they did while they were doing it in the building during the bye week, it seems to have benefited your team in a great way. Offense did not look rusty like I anticipated early on. Again, just a superb job. Take this game and build on it. No steps backwards. I only want to see steps forward going into next week. Dak threw for almost 300 yards. We had over 100 yards on the ground, which included, to Boss's point, Dak's legs in the equation. And we had a game where, honestly, I know it might be a little off from what people may think how things should go, but we were able to go through another game without really weighing down Tony Pollard. Right. So maybe in a game like next week where we may need to lean on him a little bit more, maybe he comes in that game a lot fresher because he didn't have to do a whole lot this game because we were successful in the past game. That's just me being devil's advocate. Don't think that Amp says we need to throw more than we run, because I believe in more balance. I believe in being physical, to Coach's point. But in this game, you were able to get a win in what may seem like an unconventional position to maybe preserve somebody that you're going to need to weigh on going forward next week. Cowboys Nation, this is Amp coming to you live from the Boss Cowboy Watch Party. I got to go take my little kitties out to do the little trick or treat. So you'll see some content coming from me this week on Amp Sports, all social platforms. And guess what, y'all? It's Philly week. Let's go.
Let's go, man. Appreciate it, Amp. And then my boy King said, Boss Cowboy, Rams only gave up 200 on passing yards per game. Dak was over 200 by the first half. All right, so, and this is the thing.
He don't need to argue with that.
No, I still want to give it to him. I want to give it to him. I'm petty like that, Coach. I'm petty like that. But see, check this out.
He gonna argue
This is my thing for anybody that's like that. Because, see, I'm low-key not even just debating him. I'm debating all these haters that's going to be listening. So, check this out. I keep seeing people say, well, we need Dak to do that against Philly. Was y'all here last year? Let me ask y'all a question. Is Slay and Bradbury top 5 in the league, you would say? Well, Dak went 24-24 on them last year. That's still not good enough. So it's just nothing gonna ever suffice for y'all. I want to talk about
I just want him to win the game. I just want the Cowboys to win the game. I don't care how we do it or whatever it is, because they lose as a team. And I'm not saying Dak was all of it. The whole reason why we won the game today, we played well. We played a very good game. We didn't play a good game in San Francisco at all. Nowhere across the board. Offensive line, defensive line, secondary. Just because Dak had a bad game, he was a part of the whole team that had a bad game. We gave up a long return. We got beat across the board against the Arizona. We gave up big play after big play on defense. Hey, we could win the ball. We didn't score in the red zone, but when you're asking us to be perfect in the red zone, we gave up some uncharacteristic big plays. But like I said, man, I want to give a shout out to Tony Pollard, and let me give you some context with Tony Pollard. His first at the halftime, he had 6 carries for 17 yards. He finished the game with 12 carries for 53 yards. His next 6 carries, he averaged over 6 yards a carry, and most of those carries came in the pivotal drive when we had an 11-minute drive when we went down the field. I think 5 of those carries was in that drive where he averaged about 6 yards a carry in that drive, and that was the 11-minute drive. And we didn't get a touchdown out of it. We got 3 points. He had 5 carries plus he had a reception in that drive, and we had an 11-minute drive to take it all the way down the field and got a field goal to take the momentum back from the Rams, and then we just ran it and Peter rolled them the rest of the way. But again, tough yards. It's not gonna be 170 yards, but the kid is doing a very good job. We have not talked about his blocking all year, but I think we were so in there. But I think the coaches know what type of job that Tony Pollard is doing, because they watch it over and over, and they watch it every play, and they not set on this. Oh, you got to have a 30-yard run, or you got to have 2 carries for 80 yards to be successful. No, his fantasy numbers may not be looking great, so I don't judge guys by their fantasy numbers, because that don't mean their value to the team always, because he's doing a good job. He's going to be very important next week. Ant brought up a very good point. In big games, this is where he wanted him to see. He's going to have to utilize him, because I believe the NFL, all of them are scared of him because they know his big play ability. So, again, man, I want to point out that to him, because I know he's going to get a lot of flack, and everybody's going to talk about, well, you got this guy that can run. But I said this, boss, at the beginning of the season. If the backup running back, if Rico come in the game and you give him one handoff, he get 10 yards, 11 yards in a carry, everybody going to start saying, man, he got that burst. Didn't they say that when Tony Pollard came to get an 11-yard carry when Zeke was running? This is the exact same thing, man. Zeke would have had a game like this, and they'll be like, oh, man, Tony Pollard came in and ran 2 times for 30 yards. He should get the ball. He having 15 yards to carry. When you're the number one guy, it's going to take some time. It's going to take more runs. They're looking for you to run, but tough yards, good yards, Tony Pollard, and better job offensive line of being physical today than you've been for the last 2 weeks. But again, boss, hey, I know we're going to be doing this week, man, getting ready because we got to be airtight when we go to Philadelphia because it got to be all hands on deck. And believe you me, when you playing a great team, when you're playing a good team, right, and you're playing teams that's the contenders, one person never beats a good team. It's going to take all 53 guys in each unit and the coaching staff to have their best game or have a good game, and we collectively will win the game. Not because of one person, not because of, and not in spite of.
One thing that I was encouraged about was, most importantly to me, was Mike McCarthy. Because I did not like initially the lack of balance that I was not seeing from the offense. But like we were saying earlier, man, 2 plus 2, it's multiple ways to get to 4. 2 plus 2 equals 4. 5 minus 1 equals 4. 6 minus 2 equals 4. It's multiple ways. So I'm not gonna be too critical, at least right now, but I am gonna keep my eyes open for Mike McCarthy. And I do feel like I felt him improving, especially situational. Because you remember, in his first couple of games, he even admitted himself, yeah, I should have been throwing the ball right there. So, like, basically, play call rust. Play call rust. I felt like today was a display of the rust trying to come off of him. I don't ever think Mike McCarthy and Coach Marv go agree on philosophy, because Mike McCarthy has already shown this year that he is not a run the ball coach like some people thought he was going to be. He is not. They not going to agree on that philosophy of how to win games. But at the end of this, what I need you to do is it need to work. That's most important than anything, is if you say, all right, we finna come out here and throw this thing around with Dak, well, it better work. It better work. And today it did. You feel what I'm saying? It better work. Yeah, it better work, you know.
Well, Boss, I don't think you said we're not going to agree.
I want to say one more thing.
Okay.
The most important thing that I was impressed with him was that 11-minute drive in the third quarter. I was impressed with that because to me that's what took the heart. Because Coach was right. The Rams were starting to roar back with their momentum. They wasn't laying down. But he took so much time off that clock that by the time they came back, they was like, go ahead and put in the backup. We're not going back out there with Matthew Stafford. And it was from that drive. And they only got 3 points out of it. So was it the points or the time that took their heart? It was the fact that our OC knew to kill the clock. And we didn't have that last year. And I said going into the half, I said, man, I want to see how you manage this lead. Because we saw how Kellen Moore managed the lead against the Jags. We saw with the Green Bay. It was like, okay, let's see if you are who you say you are. And if you are, we're going to see some changes. Like, for instance, the first half, he was heavily pass happy. But in the second half, he was heavily complimentary. Heavily. And that means he made the change for the right situation. So that gave me a little bit more hope going into Philly and other tough games. That at least situational football, we might be okay. What's your thoughts on that, Coach?
Yeah, and I think we may be okay with that, but I want to say this, and when I said this, and I'm probably going to, If I say it 1,000 times this week, I will say it. When we went into the San Francisco game, big game, Mike McCarthy did say this himself. And he said this right out the press conference, that we should have ran the ball more.
Yeah.
Because when you get in big games like this, you got juggernauts in bigger games. You can't run away from the physical component. You have to set a dominance with the physical opponent. If you don't, because you're not, when you're playing good teams, the most likely they're not gonna make a lot of mistakes. You ain't playing against guys that are not good in every position. So you're gonna have to come out and maybe you did that with the Rams. But when you come out against Philly, you gotta be aggressive with your passing game, but you cannot let Philly get in a rhythm with their pass rush and not use the run game against Philly, because they would do the exact same thing that we would do to a team if they just went strictly pass.
Yes, they will.
They will hunt you down.
They will, and they did perfect.
They will hunt you down.
Let's go look at the Miami game. Yeah,
they will hunt you down.
Miami versus Philly was a difference of style. It was straight a difference of style. The more physical team wore them down. You right. Like if you know how to look at the style, don't play Philly with no pass happy. You got to be.
And even though your runs might not get 5 or 6 yards, even though you might get stuffed a couple of times with a 2-yard, 3-yard gain, that's all right. I ain't saying you're gonna run into 3 yards, but you still gotta, and then you gotta let men be men, because you gotta let your offensive line put their pants on and say, hey, you think you're a big bad, you think you came out of college, everybody talking about you, hey, I'm an all-pro too, I'm a good, and you gotta then when the game gets dirty, it's gonna make the game a better game for you to be able to get the ball to CeeDee Lamb, to get the ball to Cook. But you cannot run away from physicality in the big games, because the other team will hunt you down and they will take over the game. And I say that again. We ran away from physicality in the San Francisco game, and I don't think our players did. I think our coaches did with their game plan.
They did.
So when you do that, I'm not listening here. It's gonna be times when and even defensively, there's gonna be times that Brown is gonna be out there by itself, but I'm not gonna allow them to run the ball. I'd rather them try to go deep, and I'm gonna say that Bland and Gilmore gonna be able to guard him, because that's a low percentage pass. I got great corners. Then to slack off of him and let him have everything you want to have, and then he gonna throw the ball deep anyway. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna throw it anyway. Then you let him have everything else he want. And so if that's how they want to go, it's gonna be some time to say, hey, I got dogs too, but you ain't gonna beat me with the run. We gonna bang heads. And the Cowboys going to Philly. If you go on the road, if you don't go in, Boss what I always told you, when you go on the road, you gotta be the most physical team. You gotta play great special teams. You gotta be committed to running the football, and you gotta be committed to stopping the run. That you can win, you can go and gangster a victory on the road. If you don't go with that philosophy, you're hurting on the road.
I need to go ahead and set up a debate between you, Coach, and Coach Q. Because he said you can be physical without running the ball with physical players like CD, Gallup, Ferguson, San Fran, Killer, Debo.
You can be physical.
Hold on, Coach.
Yeah.
I'm going to set that up because I know I'm finna go right now. We finna get up out of here. But go ahead and give me your final thoughts before we get in the field, and then I'm going to give mine. We out.
Yeah, man. Hey. And you know, I like what we did here. I like what we put our team in, and I like what Dak Prescott had a great game. CeeDee Lamb got going, and we got our passing game together, and then we came back the second half and did a good job of getting our run game in some type of sync. But we're gonna have to be dominant. We're gonna have to be consistent, and we're gonna have to be consistent in what we do, and I hope my players learn how to handle success.
Yes.
I think I've seen us handle adversity,
Right.
because we're not a type of team that lose 2 games in a row.
Right.
We don't usually have 2 bad performances in a row.
Facts.
But as a young team, I want to see how we handle success.
Yeah.
When people are starting acclaiming us, because as we have some good games, we like to say all our players when they have a good game, oh, they're the best player in the league, oh, they the best guard in the league. You're gonna have some people say, oh man, CeeDee Lamb the best receiver in the league. You ain't ready to the best till your career's over with, or to the season over with, and you can look at your accomplishments and your team accomplishment. I want to see the team get gritty. I'm glad we coming off this victory and we going to play Philly, because I don't think we're gonna have no lay down against Philly, because that's good for us to go into a game like this coming out that, because I don't think it's gonna be no more. If we gotta keep your head screwed on right this week, then we need to get rid of you anyway. So, but I will say this, and Coach Q can agree with it. If we go in there and think we're gonna be physical with the receivers and the wide out in a big game, they're gonna dominate us. We're gonna have to put pads on them, and that's the same way with San Francisco, with Philly, San Francisco, teams that have not been afraid of them and banged with them. Now I say they ran the power, have beat them or played well against them. That's why the Redskins always. That's why the Redskins always play Philadelphia well, because they ain't afraid to bang with them.
Yep, that's facts.
And teams that run away from that banging with them, they do just like us. And the team run away from banging us, guess what? We eat them alive.
So I will say, in terms of like my final words, getting ready, a couple of things. Just like I don't want the Dallas Cowboys to become complacent, I don't think we should either. Just like the Dallas Cowboys should be concerned about success and how we handle success, we should be that way too as fans. Because I'm going to say this again. Remember, it was the pressure. It was a lot of pressure last week about spam CeeDee Lamb. But that was after a win. It was a lot of people that was like, man, y'all shut up, man. We won. Nah. Would you rather win like we won last week or win like we won this week? You want the win like we got. It was a more dominating win this week, and it was because we made a tweak. Not a change, a tweak. The tweak was target your number one and actually treat him like a number one instead of trying to treat him like a role player. But we gonna need to put that type of pressure up and keep that type of pressure up on a lot of different issues. The linebacker issues, we better keep our eye on that. We have to keep our eye on Evans, in my opinion. You have to, because I really mean this. It's time to put LV down. But I don't think front office go put LV down. We got to keep our eye aggressively on the Chuma situation and Awesome Richards, or TJ Bass. I saw some debates starting on who's better out the two. I think Awesome Richards better. I do. Then TJ Bass. I think he had a better preseason than TJ Bass. That's just me though. If you think different, that's fine. But it's all kind of debates that we got to work out. Internal competition that we have to try to work out, because we can't trust some of these guys' injuries, and you can't trust front office purely on all their decisions, because a lot of their decisions, in my opinion, is clouded with philosophies that they refuse to just get rid of, even though they should. So I'm happy about this win, but I do know we still got work to do as fans. That's if you want to, actually participate in this process. But if you want to kind of be a part of the movement, I'm like Coach. Not only should the players learn how to handle success, we need to look at the success itself. Yeah, not, I'm drinking the Kool-Aid up. Yeah. I'll put my Kool-Aid up. No, my stuff is in the fridge right now. I ain't drinking that shit right now. Like right now, it's all about cross the T's and dot the I's. Let's get better and better every game. I want to see, and then I want to see the mid-season offense. It looked like we might be in the mid-season offense. If we are, we're in a good position, but I am go chill. I'm gonna be sitting back, not high, not low, but focused on what we need to do to get better and prepared for a championship. You was finna say something, Coach?
Yeah, man. Hey, and I want to say one thing about the linebacker. LVE may not come back, but I don't want to be a bastard and son type thing.
Yep.
Clark either.
Yes.
Clark and film, I'm gonna watch him again on film. Clark ain't playing worth a damn to me that night. And if Evans is somebody that play better than Clark, it's only gonna make this defense better.
Yes.
Right now he playing like a guy that had the same type of neck injury and seen LVE get hurt, and he's playing on cruise control and not physical because he want to make his career last longer. That's fine, but he may have to do that with somebody else. I need a banger now. And hey, that's no saying bad about him. I love the guy, but I don't see the aggressive guy that I seen coming out of LSU. I see a guy playing like LVE play. Have a good one, boss. Great show, brother.
All right, Coach. Y'all take it easy, man. Y'all enjoy y'all holidays, man. Don't eat too much candy. Make sure you drink some water. Take care of yourself, everybody.